question that interests me a lot, and that is sort of non-academic impact.
Mhm.
Lately, many colleagues have been very active on social media, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Some of them would literally daily post some new observations, or basically do a lot of work outside the journals. In your opinion, should that count? Would we count that as part of academic productivity,
Mhm.
or is it just
Mhm.
people have nothing better to do and just tweet all the time, or something in between? So how do we
Yeah.
measure, or how do we capture the work they do outside the general sort of academic platforms such as
Yeah.
journals or books?
Mm-hmm. This whole engagement in social media and engagement outside the academic world, that's actually been recognized 10, 15 years ago by a movement that's called alt metrics. So they try to create metrics that actually measure things like how many times is an article tweeted about, how many times do people blog about an article, or is it covered in a newspaper or in whatever, online news. How many likes does it get in Facebook? How many readers does it get in Mendeley? How many times the article is downloaded? So some people might not cite the article, but might actually download and read it. So there's a whole movement that tries to capture this and tries to put it in a metric, but it's really hard because we don't actually know what these things do. So is this really impact, or is this just activity? And is it just popularity rather than quality and impact?
Right.
And when you said people tweet all the time, there is a difference between what we would say diffusion and having impact. Yes, you can tweet about your research all the time, but if nobody is actually using your research outside academia, you still don't have impact. In this area, possibly, countries like the UK and Australia might be in a way ahead of the game, in a sense that in our national research evaluation, we also look at the impact of our work outside academia. So it's not just about how many people read your articles and how many people cite your articles, but are your findings actually used outside academia? So in the UK, we have to write up impact case studies. So this means you take the results of your research and you show how they have actually impacted on people's lives. Maybe they led to major policy changes. Maybe they made people's lives better. And these are the things that we have to evidence in impact case studies. In the beginning, people were like, oh no, yet another thing we need to do. But at the moment, people are actually thinking, well, why am I doing research if it doesn't impact on people's lives?